Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Geography Genius led by Anshuman Shah. So hope you have a great day and I just want that you all should have a great day throughout your life. So today I'm not in the studio due to some my problems and I'm going to cover one of the major chapter, that is agriculture chapter 4. Whenever you talk about the class 10 geography, you start with the chapter 4, that is agriculture. Agriculture is very important for the demand of agricultural sectors in our country. So let's talk about that agriculture, and today I will finish in this video that is up to rice. Rice is a major crop, as you all know, and it is not just a major crop. 50% of the overall world population use it. So you know that not only India but throughout the world this is required, because China is the leading producer of rice. You might be knowing that. So let's start with the agriculture, but many of the comments were coming from back to back that you're not making videos from 3 weeks, right? So I have completed my 50 videos, right? So it is a huge number, and now I need a break, right? So it is my board class also, and I have to study a lot for these chapters. So I thought that I have studied just right now, and I thought that I can just explain you all. So I just started this. First of all, also you have to remember that 2/3 of our country's population, 2/3 means a huge number of population in terms of agriculture is engaged in agricultural activities in India. India is, and one of the base which have been made from the historic period is the cultivation, is the agriculture. As historians, all the historians, they promoted, like Mahatma Gandhi promoted the agriculture. Then also India is known as a country of agriculture. It has done a lot of agriculture and it will do agriculture. There will be no extrinsic like USA have not like that agriculture. Most of the things that have been exported, like leave USA, talk about Japan. If you talk about Japan, every crop have been exported. So here it comes, like India is not being exported. India has made itself. So agriculture is very important. So as you all know that 1.38 billion people means 138 crore people is the population of our country, and most of the 2/3 of the population has been engaged in agricultural activity. So this was the thing. Now 2 types of farming have been given in our book. We will be talking about further. But remember that a few important agricultural crops are tea, oilseeds, pulse, rice, wheat, cereal crops. As you all know, they are very important. They are the routine. They are called staple crops. What are staple crops? Staple crops are those crops which have the dominance in everyone's routine diet. What is dominance? Means they are required. They are very important for all the people in their routine diet. So there it comes a factor. So they are called staple crops. Always remember the staple is very important point whenever you explain about the rice, wheat, or any cereal crops which has been grown in our country at a huge amount, at a huge demand, right? So this comes. Now before I would like to know about these things, that here is a map, sorry. India's rice. It is a rice cultivating map. I'll tell you where the rice cultivation has been done throughout the country. I don't have a large map right now, but I will explain you this because that is in my studio, right? So here it is. So first of all, I was just showing you this. Now let me tell you these things. I have made this also. You can see, you can watch it out. Have the look. So it take a lot of hard work, right? So let's talk about what is rice. First of all, rice is a very important crop. Oh, sorry. Before that, I forgot to tell you about 2 types of farming. That is intensive and primitive farmings. Primitive farmings are those type of farming which need a huge amount of labors. You all know that splash, burn, and some few important points have been seen in primitive types of irrigation farmings. Here, not a large amount of pressure of labors have been required, but in intensive farming, it is required. Like tea is an example of intensive farming because a labor is required at every stage of cultivation. Even its harvesting, even its irrigation, even its anything in a tea cultivation, it is required that there should be a labor. There should be a labor, because you know that, have you seen that picture that a woman is plucking the tea leaves, right? So here it is being seen. If you take it in a geographic way, you will know that here a labor is required, and every stage of cultivation labor is required. So that is called intensive labor farming. Alright, so farming, in the terms of farming I'm talking about, not in industrialized, because industrialization is also requirement that is requiring. Which are required in intensive as well as primitive type of farming. They are assuming you can understand and you can read it. You can understand these things. What is commercial farming? Commercial farming are those farming which is required there, and often these commercial farming, whatever the crops are being sold, they are also called cash crops, sorry. And few amounts that is being left with us, that is called around surplus. That is called market surplus, and many things are there. I will tell you in economics, but here it comes with, right? So this is an important crop, and always this would be an important crop in the agriculture sector, rice, right? Let's, without wasting any time, let's talk about rice. There is a crop pattern. you all might be knowing that crop pattern, and there is very important, that is Rabi, Kharif and Zaid. Please study that. Zaid is an extra. You all know that what is Kharif. Kharif is a very important type of crops. They are very important, as well as the Rabi also very important. But Zaid is a type of crop that has been grown under. It is important, but not has been grown for that particular season. It has been grown in the Kharif also. It has been grown in the Rabi also. So middle of these sessions, right? Now let's talk about rice crop. Finally, so rice crop is a very important crop. 50% of the overall world population engage in the crop cultivation. Sorry, not engage in the crop, but have the routine diet of this rice. You have to remember these things. Also, you have to know that what is the requirement of temperature and the terms and conditions which have been required. But before that, I would like to tell you that here comes a process that is called, I always explain you all the process very properly. If you don't understand, please write in the comment section so I can explain you once again, and if you want, right? So what is paddy transplantation? Here comes a process. So paddy transplantation is a type of plantation. Let me explain you. Like let's take a lands, all right? So these two are lands, all right? So here are, first of all, let me keep this down. And all the rice which have been grown in this field have been plucked. Once they are plucked, and they are sent to another field that is fully soaked with water. Fully plenty of water has been soaked in this field. As you all know that soil soaks the intermolecular space of those overall the pieces of soil have some intermolecular space, and the water has been soaked in that. So in that soaked water, seeds are being once here. As you all know that I am explaining you paddy transplantation. So here, whenever the seeds have been ready, so they are transplanted to the another seeds. What is transplantation? First of all, the plantation has been done. They are transported to other place. Then they are transported to other place. That this is a field which has been fully soaked with water, plenty of water. As you know that the requirement of rice crop is plenty of water. So here the seedlings have been taken to this land, and this land is fully soaked with water. Now the plantation could be good. So this is paddy transplantation. So overall, this is a rice. Overall, I explained you these things. So this was an overall things, right? Now let's go for the another one. What are the conditions, the terms and conditions which are required for this rice crop? First of all, the temperature which has been required. Always remember that 20 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius temperature is required for this growing season. And if you require much more than this, there will be a loss. If you require less than this, then also it can be a loss. Always remember that 20 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius is required for this growing season of the crops, rice crop. Remember, not talk about wheat. Wheat requires less than this 20 degrees Celsius because it has been always grown in the wheat. You all know the cultivation, the main area, not harvesting season. The cultivation season is the winters only, and then only these things have comes, right? Over 100 centimeter of rainfall is required. As you know that the plenty of water is required. What is plenty of water? Means a lot of water. So lot of water, so rainfall is also required a lot. And in that, when we talk about 75 centimeter, less than 75 centimeter or more than in wheat, but here it comes with hundreds over 100 centimeter because plenty of water is required. So this is overall the situation. Clay, loamy, and many types of soil. There are 3 types of soil that is required for the rice crop. In this, if you accept any other soil, they will not have soaking, as much soaking part that clay have of water, and then this crop will be wasted, or these conditions will be not applied on that. Lands, plains, especially deltas, floodplains, and hilly areas. These areas are very required for the overall crop cultivation. So if you don't have these kind of area, the crop cultivation will be a big failure, and you can't just grow the crop in that area. As you know that here intensive farming is intensive type of farming, as I explained you in just before 3 to 4 minutes, that what is intensive and primitive farming. Primitive where the labor is not required as much, but intensive it is required a lot of labors. So here also cultivation requires, harvesting requires, and every stage of the process of cultivation is being required of a labor, and that labor has been satisfied with this intensive type of farming. All right. So now area of production, as you all know that West Bengal, and when we talk about West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, these are the very cream areas. They are very important areas for this rice cultivation. So there are much more areas. I will explain you one by one. West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab, Bihar, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, and Haryana. So these are the areas. Haryana is also very important. Green Revolution, as you have all studied. Green Revolution, Haryana, Punjab, and western part of Uttar Pradesh is very important areas for Green Revolution. Who started Green Revolution in India? MS Swaminathan started Green Revolution in India. Who is the father of Green Revolution of the whole world? that is Loman Borlaug. So here you have to study these things. It can be asked in many examinations, right? So let's go for further. Key features. What are the key features? India is the second largest producer of rice. On the other hand, China is the leading producer of rice. Alright. So in many things, China is a leading producer. When we talk about oilseed, when we talk about wheat, so here it comes with the leading producer. But India is the leading producer. On the second position, it stands with the leading one, right? Highest producer